Hi, welcome to Fatmata Speaks. Welcome to the monthly message. This is the message for June or whenever you're seeing this. I actually started the message, but then I felt like pressure in my ear, and then I was like, okay, what does that mean? And I couldn't figure it out, and then I kept on going, and then I felt the strong urge to, restart everything again. So here we are again for the second time. Let's hope this time it sticks. Okay. So let's talk about June. The message for June is all about leaving your comfort zone, stepping out, balance, and stepping into your power because opportunities are all around you. It's literally your world and we're just living in it, okay? It's yours and you make whatever you want out of it. So the first image that I saw was basically of a tower that was surrounded by a large wave. It was a circle of wave, and the immediate surrounding of the tower was like clear. It was like, beach sand like and all that, and it was pretty relaxed, really chilling. It was pretty, you can relax basically. It felt like a beach, and I thought to myself, I need to find a way to get out of there, not because of urgency, but because I was like, I need the wave to like split apart so I can make my way out of it. And immediately, as soon as that thought popped into my head, the waves, they split. They split open and a path open. And that goes to show that intention, intention is very important for June. So be careful what you're thinking. Be careful what you're telling yourself, because whatever you're telling yourself, make sure that it's something that works for you and something that benefits you, not something that puts you in any kind of like detrimental situation. Okay, so be intentional. That's the key, one of the key message of June. You have to be intentional. So be intentional with your thoughts, with your action, with everything that you do, say, think, wear, eat, and vibrate on. Okay? Be intentional. And the person, they made their way out of the waves, and they did that in style. Okay? They did that so playfully because they were riding. No, they were not riding. They were surfing, and it gave such a youthful vibe because ooh, excuse me. It gave such a youthful vibe, which I am going to interpret as you coming out of hermit mode. Okay, you have been in isolation, you have been cultivating, planning, doing all that, and now you re-energize. You have the power, you have the energy to start something, and you know exactly what you want to start. So you're not operating in like kind of like desperation. You're not operating in being too serious about things. You relax. You relax in the knowing that you're getting this done. You relax in the knowing that everything is working out for you. So you playing. It's not like you not doing work, but like work is more like playing, okay? Because you're just being, existing, enjoying life, which is something that we're supposed to be doing, enjoy life, not be too stressed and be overly serious about everything. So yeah. That's part of the energy in June. We're playing, we're taking it easy because we know everything is working out for us. Everything is working out for us. Everything is coming out through us. And this is bringing us in the right frequency to attract the right thing and the right people. Because you are getting a mentor, and you're getting a mentor that has already done this. Your mentor already succeeded. So they are literally evidence that yes, you too can make this. You too can make this work, okay? They're wise. They're wise, they're ancient. Okay, so ancient doesn't mean they're all in physical appearance. It could be they just have been doing this a little bit longer than you, so they know more. And you are receptive of their knowledge, of their input, and that is good, because I don't know if you guys know this, but like some people, once they have like a mentor or someone that they look up to, they kind of like want to write their code. But you're not doing that. You're staying on your board, okay? You're staying on your surfing board. You're staying in your energy of playfulness, of ease, of just being. But while you're doing all that, you are learning. You're letting yourself integrate the new knowledge that this mentor is giving you, and that is expanding your world, and it's putting you on a completely new trajectory. How do you call it? Trajectory? Yeah, on a new, completely new space, okay? Because your wall, the literal image, I'm not kidding, was water was on the one side and then there was light on the other side. So you're completely shifting, and the shift is noticeable because you are going to see it, you're going to feel it, you're going to witness it and believe in it, okay? So you're stepping out, not from the dark, but like from the place of creation into the place of performing, of being. So basically you're being put on stage. So that might be you're going to be seen, but I believe it extends way more further than just being on stage and being seen. It's about your work coming to light, your work getting the recognition that it's actually deserved. You finally, maybe for example, making money on your art, on your writings, on the things that you've been creating. For the entrepreneur, the business that you're creating, it's finally bringing fruit. Maybe you're finally getting clients. You are no longer operating in the dark, meaning you're no longer operating in your room, doing it just for you. This is a rebirth, okay? You're coming out literally into the world, and you are letting your light expand, you're letting your light spread out, and you're not afraid of it because you have no reason to be afraid of it, because you know exactly who you are, you know what you want to achieve, you know your strength, you know your purpose. Last week was all about purpose, okay? Last week of May was all about you finding your purpose, you aligning with yourself, your ancestors, and this is just the continuation of it. You already have that, your purpose. You already acknowledge your purpose. You know what you're supposed to do, and you going out there and just doing it. So you're stepping out. You are stepping out, and it's just beautiful, okay? Because you're not doing it alone. You have your mentor who is helping you, teaching you the work, you know, the nitty-gritty of the business, helping you meet the right people, helping you set up your business, helping you, you know, with all the little steps that you would have completely overseen because you're like, I just want to do A, okay? I want to do this, and that's what I want to do, but so there's steps in between, you know, and we have to follow that step so that we can create a solid foundation, so that when our success finally here, it is here and it will stay because we are able to actually hold on to it. So in June, the energy of it is just that. You are stepping out. You're being reborn. You're leaving your isolation. You're moving. You are moving into the light. You're moving into the light and walking towards your goal. So that was like the first half of it, right? And then the image that I saw after... Oh, excuse me, I need to pop again. Oh my God. Releasing will be happening a lot, okay? You'll be releasing a lot of things. So don't clinch to things that want to go. Let them go. Let me let go of this one. Oof. Yeah. Okay. So the other image that I saw was the tortoise with the island on their back. I hope I said that. That the tortoise, the mentor, has an island on their back, because they do. Anyway, the tortoise was like bringing the figure, the person, you, to this land, and it looked like an island from one point, from where I was standing, because it looks like you were coming from the sea onto the land. Okay, and it looked ready-made. It was like not, I don't want to use the word natural, because it makes it sound like where you're going is fake, but that's not it. Where you're going, it's ready-made, means it has already have the impact of effort, of intention. The land has been shaped to accommodate all of your needs, and this was done intentionally. So it's not like it's gonna be, the path forward is not gonna be a struggle. That is what it means. The path forward is not gonna be a struggle. It's one that will it's one that will accommodate your needs and your wants. And that's literally what I saw, because as soon as the figure reached the land, the tortoise went away, and then they were on their own until they went. Okay. Let's continue. Until they went, they were just looking at this place and were like trying to figure out, okay, what next? They were not stressing. That's one thing I have to say. There's no element of stress, no element of rush in this vision. Okay, it's just someone just looking at it, be like, okay, now I'm here, what can I do next? Was the energy that they were operating in. That was the energy they were in. And while they were looking, another figure joined them. So the figure that we have been following all along was presenting themselves as masculine. Okay, so you might be operating within your masculine energy. Now the masculine figure was like looking at this island, this ready-made island, and then a feminine figure joined them. For some reason, she reminded me of Moana. So maybe you like Moana, or Moana has like, the movie has a particular meaning for you. And now I'm thinking about Moana 2. I think I haven't seen that one yet. But Moana 2. Make sure to watch it. Maybe you catch a message format. I think I'm gonna watch it. Maybe I will also catch a message format, pick up something from it. And yeah, so she was there, and the masculine figure didn't ask why she was there, didn't question it. It was like, okay, they're there, and it felt like they're supposed to be there. And together they just went up the path. So they went up the mountain, the hill, basically. And the road was smooth. Normally when you go up a hill, you'll be like puffing and hustling, yeah? No, they were just walking as if it was a straight road. It was a flat land, but it wasn't. They were going uphill. But it didn't feel like they were going uphill. Again, the struggle, it's gone. There's no more struggle. Of course, there will be some, up and downs, but not struggle. You know what I mean? Because literally, the next image, like they were going up the hill, and then they came across an overhead. It was like a rock that was like peeping out, and they just stood underneath the rock, and I saw that it was raining, but they were sheltered. They were being sheltered from the rain. The island has everything that they need. They're accommodating their needs, and they just wait out for the rain. They just waited. Wow, they just waited for the rain to stop, and then they continue their path. They were not rushing, because they know that they're in the right place and at the right time. They know that nothing is going to miss them. What is meant for them is finding them, has already found them, and there's really no need to rush. So they walk up the hill, right? And then they came across an elephant, a very big one, a large elephant. Oh, maybe someone is signing a book contract, because I just received a notification that someone signed a book contract. That could also be it. And they came across this elephant, right? And behind the elephant tusk was like, it looked like a sleeve that was coming out of it. And it was just flowing endlessly. And at one point, I felt like it was giving me a hug. It was embracing me, right? And the masculine and the feminine figure, like they didn't like look scared or anything. They just like, it's part of it all, kind of like it's part of it all. Like there is this knowing that everything that is happening is part of the big picture. They are not asking questions. They're operating from a place of knowing, even though they might not know it. They're operating from a place of knowing, So that's an energy you have to embody for June, because you're gonna embody it. You're gonna find yourself in a situation where you cannot help but just embody such energy. And the sleeves like thing came out for like endlessly, and then the elephant like kind of like moved away or it disappeared, and in its stead came a masculine presenting figure, and they look kind of like an ancestor. Now I don't know if you guys saw the last week video. It also sort of ended with a feminine figure, an ancestral feminine figure connecting with the avatar that was like moving around, and this time it was a masculine figure, and they were like just standing there with their arms like wide open, and the sleeve, the endless sleeves was like coming out of them. So I think they were wearing the sleeves, and they were leading the masculine and the feminine figure, and the masculine and feminine figure were just following them blindly. So the masculine ancestor was like moving backwards, and then the masculine and feminine figure were moving towards him. And it went on for a while, but like nothing felt rushed. Again, there's no rushing in June. No rush, no rush, no rush, no rush, no touch. No. I don't know, the song came to mind just now. And and then the figure, they came out on a beach again, okay? And this time they look different. The masculine figure was way taller than they were before, and they have large muscles, literally. And then the feminine figure was softer. She seemed softer, and she didn't, I think she also looked different in shape. So maybe some of you are losing weight. As long as it's healthy, go for it. If it's not healthy, stop it. Your health is what matters, okay? Your health is what matters. Anyway, she looked softer and she looked more calm. And they were walking, both with a crown on their head, okay? And before I did this session, before I did record this video, I was singing the song "You Should See Me in the Crown." Da 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 da. And it was like in my head the whole time. And just now when I said crown, it came up again. I need to listen to that song again. But yeah, so they were in their crowns, completely different. So expect that, because you're gonna change. When you operate in the knowing and things are, you can see it, that knowing in the 3D, it changes you, because you can't act as if you're not seeing the changes. You can't act as if you're not reaping the benefit of your work. And you're gonna go places, and naturally you're gonna want to look presentable. So physically you want to look presentable, but also from the inside you're gonna be emitting a glow that just tells everyone, this person knows who they are, this person knows their power, they're not to be messed with. And that is just a fantastic place to be in. So again, thank you for doing the work that got you to this place, or will get you to this place. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for taking the time to get to know yourself. I know it hasn't been easy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm also like on this journey with you guys, and sometimes I'm about to throw the pillow. You know what I mean? So yeah, it hasn't been easy, but we have come so far that Giving up is just not an option anymore. So we have to go forward and win. And we're doing just that. We're shifting. And again, when they appeared, they were standing in water, but they were moving towards land. We're shifting from the place of just creating, planning, into actually stepping into the light. And I don't know which other word to use except for performing, but like, we're not performing for validation, we're performing our purpose. We're actually acting out our purpose, and that's what we're doing in June. We're acting out our purpose, taking on the role that we need to take, doing the necessary duties and tasks, and life is good. Life feels good for us because we're acting in our truth, and we're being authentic as well. So yeah, June is marvelous. And this masculine and feminine figure, you can understand it, interpret it differently, okay? It might be your inner masculine and feminine working together. Your inner powers are working together, and you just obtaining the balance in yourself that it just works for you and it takes you places. But it could also mean like this masculine and feminine figure literally means two people who are working towards a common goal, two people who are partners and heading towards that goal. So you might be forming a partnership, a collaboration with someone, and it's gonna work out well. It's gonna turn out well. You guys are gonna have opportunities after opportunities, and you're not gonna let that, distract you. You know what you want, and you're following the opportunities that will get you there. So just because you have 10,000 opportunities there doesn't mean you have to follow each and every one. No, you do not have to. But you have to move because you are moving. You are in movement. Okay? You're moving. So standing still is not air. So you're gonna move, take the responsibility. Responsibility as well. Yeah, definitely. But you're gonna take on the opportunities that actually matches and leave the ones that do not serve the mission that you are on. Simple. And for some of you, it might be a lover. Congratulations, you found romance. Yeah, you're finding a lover that actually aligns with you, that I don't want to say it's the same as you, because same is not always right. But you're finding a lover who is like walking the same path as you. You might be meeting someone in the industry. You guys are doing the same work, and yeah, and then romance formed, and you guys work together. Or it might be you meet someone who just shares the same lifestyle as you, and either friendship, romance, or partnership comes from it. That also could happen. Or it might be you meeting someone who just sees the world as you do, and you're forming connection with that person, be it platonic or romantic, and you're not alone. So you might start off June alone, but you're not ending June alone. You find yourself in connections, in relationships with people, either partnership, collaboration, friendship, or romance, but you are not gonna be alone. So step up in June, okay? Step up and make it work for you, because you are doing just that, literally, because you're doing just that. That's why it's working for you. So congratulations. First of all, congratulations. And for those of us who do not like to live on hermit mode, it's okay. We have work to do, people. Let's get started. We have been planning and thinking about this thing way too long that we just have to start living it in order for us to feel some type of fulfillment. We just have to. At this point, it has to move from the headspace into the being, into the 3D. It just has to shift. So let's make that shift happen, okay? Let's shift, Let's embrace and know that everything is working for us and everything is coming through us. And the universe is with us, providing us with the necessary help and guidance, sending the right people on our path, and everything is working for us. So, best of luck in June and congratulations. If you guys need a private reading or would like to get more in depth to see how this reading fits with your life, your situation, then send me an email, because I still my website is still down and I still haven't looked at it, because I do not plan on looking at it at this moment. So yeah, send me an email and have a nice month. Bye.